Welcome to day 2 of the Flowing February Challenge. We'll continue with some of the themes of last class with the revolved triangle, work on inseams the legs, strength through center body, through core today. So we'll begin lying on our backs. Always a nice way to start. Roll the wrists and ankles as you find your breath. Linger here longer than usual. And reverse. Notice any stuck points or any fluidity. So in this current moment. And release. Take a long breath in. Perhaps sigh it out. As you slide the heels in, hug the knees toward the chest. Lengthen the legs to sky. And draw in. Slow variation here. Lengthen and draw in. Let's do 2 more. Last time, reach those legs toward the sky. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. And then squeeze the legs together. Arms can plant. Open the legs and then point the toes as you draw them together. Flex feet open and close. Keep this active. The muscles hug to bone. The sense of pressing legs together. And we open, the muscles are still engaged. We need this kind of zip up feeling between the legs. When we're in triangle, there's a sense of kind of like pulling in on the mat. So here we have the squeeze. Let's do 3, 2, and one more time, squeeze. Then bend those knees in toward the chest. Can plant the left foot. Inhale and exhale to upper ab curl and lower down. So you could stay right here. This little lift and this lower. Or if you'd like, lift. Take the hands, clasp them around the sole of the right foot. Press the foot into the hand here. This other leg could stay grounded as you press into hand and curl up into yourself, or the other leg goes long. And just pause. One more inhale and exhale to replant that other foot. Lengthen that right leg. Rebend, slide it long. Arms can reach. Circle the arms round, hug both knees into chest. And then plant that right foot on the earth. Inhale here and exhale perhaps to curl. Inhale to lower, exhale, curl. One more time, curl. And if you'd like, you continue with that. Or hands around the sole of the foot, press in to the hands press back. Other leg might lengthen. Breathe. One more time. And release that foot back down on the right leg if you had it. Lengthen that left leg. Rebend, slide leg. Long arms can reach and circle them round as you hug the knees into the chest again. Let's line up those thighs like we did last time with the hips. Arms can reach out, and again, let the hips sway side to side. This again is active. Use your center to return. Perhaps inhale to one side, knees are in alignment. Exhale to squeeze in and return. Unlike me, can you keep the shoulders heavy? Back of skull grounded. One more time. Nice. Knees can hug in once more. Rock up and down the spine if that's comfortable for you, or meet us just sitting on your bottom with the knees bent. Hands can be on the backs of the thighs as we arch and round the spine. Arch and round. You could also have the arms extended if you'd like. I know we have 28 days, so nice, nice options being taken. More time, stay up in your boat. Feet could also be off the earth, legs squeezed together, or feet on the earth. Hands to heart center. Rotate to one side and return. Rotate other side and return. Continue this. So boat with rotation. See if you can lead with the sternum. The head just follows. Slow flow doesn't mean easy. One more each side. Last one. Lovely. Hands can come to the back of the legs if they're not already there. Lengthen legs out, arms reach, and fold. Roll up through the spine. Hands can plant behind the body as you rebend the knees. Windshield washer the legs one way and then the other. Next time the legs come toward me, can stay in the stacked position, a side bend toward the shins as we did last week, or not last week, yesterday. And over, return, over, return. That forearm can come down, side bend opposite way. Sit up nice and tall, hands behind the body. Windshield washer again. 3, 2, 1. Legs will travel away from me. Sit up nice and tall here. Side bend toward the shins and return. Again, reach up and over. Return. One more time, up and over. That our hand that was in the sky grounds, side bend opposite way. Sit up tall, hands in behind the body, and windshield washer again. Now pause. See if you can lift the bottom off the earth to walk forward to the front edge of your mat. Lengthen the legs and rebend. Lengthen, rebend. Let's open up a little bit through the front of the hip. Let's bend those knees. Step back into a plank. Knees can come down. Lower, 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 all the way onto the belly. Lift yourself up into Sphinx. Lengthen one leg a little further out and the other leg. Lower back down here. Let's tent the fingers wide on the earth. Inhale as you lift up through upper back and wave down. Lift up and wave back down. Can stay here. Press the base of glutes down. And also dip one shoulder at a time. So dip the right shoulder and come up. Dip the left shoulder and come up. See if you can roll it back. Take your time. One more each side. Final time. Both shoulders roll back. Lift your gaze, perhaps inhale. And exhale to lower all the way down. Hands will plant by the sides of the ribs where you feel nice and strong to press up. That little rock forward and back. And chest through the arms. And then rock back and round the spine. And then continue a smaller version of the rock. See if you can get the low back to also round. It's the tricky part. Return to center. Tuck those toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Few breaths as you pedal the feet. That left leg can rise, bend the knee, pull the leg through, and set the back shin on the earth. Arms can reach up here and circle them around as you lean forward. Come out a little and arms reach, and rich knee bend as you come forward. One more time. Hands to heart center here. Strong through the legs, more of a 90-90 variation. Inhale, rotate toward the leg, and exhale to center. Inhale, opposite side, rotate, and exhale, center. Here, we have the hands at heart center so we can see that thoracic spine just has a bit of mobility. It's often deceptive when we have the arms outstretched. We think we're rotating more than we are. We're often just using the arms, rotating from shoulder. One more time. And then maybe try the opposite breath pattern. What's it like to exhale and return to center with an inhale? Exhale, other side. Just to see which one feels like you have more integrity in the spine. What's your preference? Return to center. That right hand will plant as you lift the back knee off the earth if you'd like. Rotate toward the left. And hand will return to the earth. And step back into plank. If you'd like, those knees can be down. Those knees could be lifted, lower. Your variation either on hands or on forearms into your Sphinx, Cobra, or upward facing dog. And exhale, press into hands, hips up and back, down dog. Shake the head, yes. And shake it, no. That right leg will rise. Draw it between the hands, lunge forward here. Back shin lands. Press through the foot and through the shin. Lift up. A few arm circles here as we explore the hip. Nice and slow. Round two more. Last time. Stay 90-90 as the hands arrive at the heart. Press through your foundations here. Nice tall spine. Inhale, rotate toward the right. And exhale, return to center. Other side. Rotate, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can still be a little sensitive, not just press down, but squeeze in between legs right now. So the pelvis stays quiet, like it does in triangle, in all of our standing poses. One more time. Return to center. Exhale to rotate to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate left. Inhale, center. Which one again feels more stable? Final time. Return to center, left hand, glance, lift back knee, revolve to the right. Hands, frame front foot again. Step back into plank. Lift it or with knees down, come forward slightly. Find your forearms or your hands as you lift the chest through the arms. And hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Let's walk nice and slow to the front of the mat today. Walk, 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 walk. Hands to shins, halfway lift. And fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips back into chair, hands to prayer. Push through the feet to rise. Arms can circle one time. And return to heart center. Let's step back with that left foot. Find a warrior one once more. We'll reach that long, front leg long. Arms will extend. And let's fold over that leg. Let's try kind of the classic way of getting into our revolved triangle. Lengthen through the spine, inhale. Squeeze inseams, legs toward one another. From this position of strength, maybe you've lifted up a little bit. Peel that right arm back and rotate. Return to the earth here. That right hand comes to the inseam of the lead leg. Maybe you heel toe that back leg further behind you. Lengthen the front leg and find a triangle. You'll notice I had to lift out of that a little bit. Bend that right knee. Sweep that right arm up. Nice. And that right forearm can come to the lead thigh for a side angle. And pivot on the back toes. We'll do this nice and slow into a runner's lunge. Hands come to heart center. Reach through crown. Exhale, rotate that left forearm or upper arm to the right thigh. You can lower the back knee if you'd like. Maybe open the arms. And then hands will frame the front foot. Step back into plank. This time, instead of taking the chaturanga, just bring the chest through the arms. Maybe the shins come down. Take some breath. And hips back into child's pose. Tend to the fingers and slide them in toward the body. Hands come behind the body as you lift through the chest. Lower right back down and slide forward onto belly. Press yourself back into a downward facing dog. And a slow walk. Maybe you bend the knees. Maybe you try to see if you can keep the legs under the hips as you come forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold and bend those knees, sink into chair. Lift yourself to stand. Arms can again circle. Hands to heart as we find our warrior one legs. Remember, we're not in a balance beam here, a little wider. Arms reach overhead as we lengthen the lead leg and dive forward here, or fold forward here. Lengthen through the spine. Find the integrity through your core and rotate toward that left lead leg. Hand returns to the earth, to the inside of lead leg. Heel toe that back leg a little further behind you. Send the hips back in space. Lengthen and reach through spine. Bend that left knee, reach through the right arm, and then find your side angle. Pivot on the back toes. Slow, slow, slow. And then hands perhaps to heart. Back knee could be down here. Or stay strong through the legs, long through the spine. Inhale. And exhale, rotate. Right elbow to that left forearm. Legs hug together as those arms reach open. Hands can replant. Step back into plank. Chest through the arms. And hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we try to revolve triangle from that position and regular triangle. Let's take the left leg high and pull it through between the hands and step forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Continue your exhale as you roll up through the spine. Arms can circle. Hands to heart center. Step back with that left leg, short stance here. Arms reach up as that lead leg lengthens. This time, hands come in front of the body. Press the hands together. That left hand, slide it back, draw it back, and return. The right hand, draw it back, and return. So if you like this, see if you can get some rotation through the upper spine. Won't be a lot. This is challenging. These for me. One more to this side. And we'll return to the first side. That back arm can reach open. Palms can turn down. Hips travel back in space. Right arm down, left arm up. Coming from a triangle from the high position. And then rebend that right leg. Sweep that right arm up, exalted. And then return to your warrior one. Arms reach out in front, press palms together once more. Draw back that right hand, right arm, and return. Left, and return. Right, return. Left, return. To the right, stay here to that front leg, and that left hand can come to the outside of that right shin. Maybe you reach that right arm long. Rebend that lead leg as the left arm sweeps up, and then the right, it goes back, and the right arm comes up. Frame the front foot and step forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folds, roll up through the spine. Arms can sweep up. Hands to heart center. That right leg, find your warrior one. Arms reach up. Lengthen lead leg. Hands return to in front of the body. And slide right arm back first. And return. Left. More challenging. And return. Right. Left. Active press of the legs into the mat. Again, the arms. There's a squeeze of the thighs toward one another. One more each side. Slide back that right hand again. Reach, reach, reach far in front of the body, and then allow yourself to find the triangle. Rebend that left knee, reach that left arm up, exalt it. And then arms will reach overhead once more for our warrior one. Hands out in front of the body. We'll keep that little knee bend because we did it on the other side. That left arm this time pulls back. And return. Right. Return. Left. Return. Right. Return. Final time to the left. Lengthen lead leg. Pivot so that body reaches forward. Right arm down. Left elbow is high. Maybe the arm reaches to the sky. Rebend lead leg so you can sweep right arm forward and then back, left arm reaches. Some coordination required there. And this time, hands will frame the front foot, step back into a plank. And forward slightly, then lower part way. Find your variation of the up dog and hips high, downward facing dog. One more little challenge here. Let's take that right leg high into the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips, open to that right side wall as you level that weight through the hands. Return the hips to facing the earth. Draw that right knee through. Lengthen that leg to the left across the body. Okay, rebend, send that leg high, and return the feet side by each. Roll forward into a plank, lower all the way down onto the earth. See a few little back bends here. Lift and lower. The arms can be in cactus. Extend and lower. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, lift, reach those arms long. And then return the hands to press into the earth to lift yourself back up into the downward facing dog. That left leg will come high. Bend the knee, stack the hips open toward the left. Press through the hands. Integrate through the ribs. Draw them slightly toward the pelvis. That knee will face the earth once more. Draw it through center as you arrive in a plank. Take that left knee over to the right elbow. Lengthen the leg out. Fallen version of fallen triangle here. Rebend that leg. Send the hips high and feet side by each. Roll forward into plank. Lower down however you would like to get onto the belly. And those 5 little back bends. Lift and lower. Make sure the base of the pelvis presses down. Protect low back. Do 2. Belly button towards spine. While still breathing. Last one. Reach those arms back. This time into locust if you'd like. Lift the legs. Hover, hover, hover. And hands replant. Let's press back into child's pose for a small pause. Hands return, or hands flip toward the sky, so palms face up. Then return into downward facing dog. One more little Bit of work here. That right leg comes high. Draw it through center into your plank. Cross that knee toward the left elbow. Lengthen the leg if you'd like. Hips high. Return that hand to the earth. Rebend that right knee. Take it down to the mat, the shin to the mat. Today, if you'd like, shin could be underneath thigh for kind of variation of pigeon where you keep yourself nice and high, press through that back leg and front leg. Or if you'd like to drape the shin, that's in your practice, you can do that, but let's stay high today, strong, active, but still stretch. It's more protected. Find your gaze point. Level out through the hips. I use the word press a lot, but press into shin. Front and back leg. Now keep some of that activity, but rotate open to the right and then thread. Still active legs. Is that possible? It's okay if it's not, but try it. So staying higher than I usually do, but the hips are healthier. Open back up and return that hand to the earth. Scooch those toes in a little so you can lift the back knee, find a plank, lift the hips high into downward facing dog. That left leg will come up. Bend the knee, draw it through plank. That knee shifts over to the right-hand side. Lengthen that leg. Press into that left foot. You could stay here, or that right arm will come nice and high. Hips, reach them to the sky. Then return that right hand down. Bend that knee. Bring it back to center. Let the shin come down. And here's a variation you could take of your pigeon. Press, press, press. Okay, nice and high. Or drape shin, but still press, press, press. Another breath or two here. Inhale. And exhale, left arm will reach and thread. Still active through the legs. Don't feel quite as restful, but maybe more integrated. Nothing wrong with the other, but sometimes we go too deep. Release that left arm. And tuck back toes. Find a plank by sending that left leg back. Hips high. Only to find the belly. Left arm can extend or find a cactus position, whatever you'd like here. And with that right hand, have it press into the earth, and you can roll slightly over onto your left side. Might be partial. Might be that you'd like to bend the knees. So here, for example, or bend that top leg, take the foot to the earth. There's different variations. And return to the belly. Opposite arm can reach long or bend. Other hand plants. Small little rock, perhaps. Maybe that's just where you stay. Or press into left hand, roll more onto the right to any degree. Knees bent or bottom leg long, back leg. The foot is planted, knees bent. Another breath in. And return to the belly. Take a sphinx, or if you have the room in the low back, once you've lengthened out the legs a little, maybe you'd like to come onto hands. If it works for you. I don't want to take it too far. Build slowly. Also, your bone structure might determine where you land. Feel active legs. And lower, lower, down. Clasp the left ankle, press the front of the pelvis down. This is just an area where a lot of people are tight. It's great to stretch regularly. Inhale. Maybe even sigh it out. Another breath in and out as you press pelvis deeper into the earth. Release that. Opposite side. And there's still activity here, that press into of the pelvis and the earth, that push into the right ankle. The ankle pushes back. So there's counter forces being used to protect joints. Inhale. Exhale. Press that pelvis down. One more breath in. And let that go. Roll onto your spine. Let's reach those legs long for a moment. Long body stretch. Side bend over to the left, just for a moment. And side bend over to the right. Return to center. Hug the knees in. And feet or toes can plant. Shift the hips over toward the right. Legs can go left. Perhaps arms and cactus today. Some variation of a rotation. Legs. Come back to center. Shift the hips to the left. Legs can go right. Another breath in. And find center. Left foot can stay planted. Right leg can extend to sky. Press the hands into the leg. Leg presses back. The other foot, if you'd like. The leg could be long. If the low back feels good. If it feels a little tender, maybe it stays bent. Soften the shoulders as best you can, even though the arms are active. Hug that knee in. Extend the leg again, and then bring it up to side for stretch for the inseam of the leg. That right hand is on the outside of the outer thigh. Bend that knee, supine tree here to continue the opening through inseam of legs. And then help that knee, so the foot can replant. That left leg will draw in, extend to sky. Again, there's an active press here. Soften the face. Rebend the left knee. Then extend it, left hand on the outer thigh, open out to that left side. Bend left knee, take the sole of foot to the earth. Other leg might be long, or if not, lengthen it out now. Find that supine tree. Assist that kneecap to face sky. Hug legs in. Widen the knees. Soles of feet can come together. Hands can clasp the ankles. Bound angle. Inhale. Maybe exhale, a little upper ab curl, only to set those feet down. Let upper body now rest. Close the knees like a book and find your variation of Savasana today. Knees bent, legs long, pillows, whatever you'd like to do, even on your side. Winter is a great time for greater silence, so I'll try not to talk for the next bit of breath, few rounds of breath. How has the silence affected your current state? From this place of stillness, mindfully move through the fingers and the toes as you sense yourself here on the floor. Maybe open and close those hands and feet. Arms can reach overhead. Just the right side a little longer, and the left side, and the right, and the left. Feel how the waist moves. And inhale. Exhale. So circle those arms round, draw knees in. Roll onto one side. Inhale and exhale to press through bottom hand to find a seated position that's comfortable for you. Roll shoulders and look over one shoulder and the other, back and forth. Maybe wiggle the jaw. Return to center. Arms can reach up and draw hands to your heart. Take a breath into the thumbs, into this heart space. And thank yourself for coming to class today. I appreciate you coming. Satnam. Join me tomorrow for class number 3. See you soon.